future possible. And Nigeria is not behind at all. I mean, speaking about the energy industry global, not behind at all. Nigeria is just early. So, and that's your choice, that's your turn to lead it or to fall behind. I mean, I would just abandon the second part of the equation. So just lead it and bring it to whatever possible there. Yeah. So energy reality, and that's a part of the topic of my presentation, right? So we keep saying that the world is changing. And this is kind of buzzwords, you know, world is changing, world is changing every day. So I believe that the key to success is to admit that the world has already changed. When you realize that, you start thinking differently. And moving forward, you have to admit that energy is changing as well, and energy has already changed. So in many aspects. So, and one of them is energy is becoming digital. It's becoming digital in all kind of senses. And this is what you have to understand, what you have to incorporate into your daily life. I mean, if you are going to attach your daily routine, your professionalism, your skills to the energy, so you have to admit that it's changing, and now it's more and more digital. So that brings us somehow to the things that you have to take care about all digital part. And I will take I will take some slides. I will deliver some thoughts about that further as well. So the third bullet point over here, as you can see on the slide, is huge data volume. It's been around for a while already, but it's becoming more and more bigger. So again, that's a challenge. I have so many stories from my personal experience. When you come to a customer from energy industry, and the customer just says, "Look, I have so many data, and I don't really know, how to process it in the most effective manner. So what to do with that?" I mean, that may sound a bit weird, but that's the reality. And we have to come up with the instruments. We have to have some things in our hands, to be able to manage that data in that way, to extract something what will make our life easier, what will make our life more effective. Yeah, that brings us to the fourth point, new skill set on the table. So to be able to do what I just mentioned, you need some new skill set. You need to be able to operate this. You need to be able to use that. You need to be able to grab it from somewhere, either from trainings, from internet, from your colleagues, from some companies, wherever. But be keen to gain more experience, to gain more knowledge, to gain more, instruments in your hands to operate that data. And since there is also a part in my topic about sustainability, so I just decided to add the fifth bullet point on the slide is a green jobs boom. So we cannot leave that behind. We cannot just abandon that word. So we have to admit that energy, despite it's still in its modern shape, but it's turning green in some areas, and you have to be aware about that as well. So speaking about skills, I combine the slide into the skills gap and future skills, and we remember all the things I just mentioned on the previous slides, right? So there is some future, there is some modern shape, and to be able to to jump from the modern shape to the future, you need to fill the gap. Speaking about the gap, there is a educational mismatch right now. It's not about just Nigeria, it's actually everywhere, and it's a natural part of any progress. So education is sometimes in the position of being behind the progress, and this is what we have to take care of. And you, being young professionals, have to be ahead of that. So you need to understand what's current trends, to fill that gap, to be ahead of the market, I would say, So you have that trend and you need to understand. So what do I need to do for myself? What do I need to train myself on to, to follow that trend? And there is nothing bad in reskilling as well. So that's why you can see the second bullet point on the slide. Speaking about Nigeria, for instance, many sources tell that there is 60 million of people what need reskilling just because of new trends, just because of energy transition, etc., etc. And digital gap, definitely. So since the energy is turning into the digital format, so you need to fill that gap. You need to jump. You need to over jump that gap even, to be ahead of that. So, and speaking about the future skills, it's all just what follows all my words, what I just delivered. So definitely renewable energy, definitely AI, data, cybersecurity. And it's all about engineering, and it's all about leadership. So I understand that here it comes like just some famous words, some buzzwords, but it's not just like that. And I believe the important part of that is to try and extract. So okay, I see that word AI, but what that exactly mean for you, means for me? So what do I need to do in that area to be able to operate the current environment, right? And I just decided to build up that slide, which is called nowadays motto, right? So it's just to explain myself what I mean, but by all that new skill set, etc. So skills is the new currency, basically, right? It has been a new currency all the time, but the important point at this very moment is to understand that your new skills, what you're just about to gain, what you are going to gain, what you are currently gaining is your new currency. This is the thing you will be able to use for your future. And that's very important to understand. Be keen to learn. And the second row, as you see, hybrid talent wins. So don't limit yourself with just one area of expertise. I mean, don't broaden yourself too wide as well, right? But don't hesitate to learn more. I mean, if you are in the energy, like for instance, you can say, okay, guys, I'm in the production, I'm in the refinery. Why do I need to learn AI? Because you can see on the slide as well, AI will not replace you, but someone who uses AI will. And that's very important. I mean, that's just a part of everything, right? Just very small part. But that raises a seed in your head, right? So equip yourself with something new and try to use it in your daily life. Innovation, digital, and sustainability. So it's divided kind of into three sections, right? So speaking about innovation, I believe innovation starts from some kind of research, and that's why you can see the R&D over here. So the letter R in R&D stands for research. So to be able to come up with any innovation, you need to do some research. Again, you need to equip yourself with some knowledge, and then move yourself into that knowledge, and then develop that knowledge into something solid. So what I mean by that, being your age, being young professional, try to focus your energy on something important, on something what can bring value to what you do. So this is what I mean by R&D. And actually the second row, startups and experimentation, it's kind of the same, it's just a further step. So for instance, if you are in the refinery, right? And this is actually speaks about one of the part of my career, and I'm taking a part in one company right now. I'm sure you've heard about that, RTsim. So for instance, right, you are in refinery. You have lots of data over there. Why don't you go and, come up with a digital twin to optimize your workflow, to make it more safer, more productive, more efficient. So that's all about, this experimentation. You can come to your manager, you can come to whoever is in charge of that and suggest, like, look, I see there is potential for improvement, and I know how to improve that. And you suggest. So this is all in your hands. Just be proactive. Speaking about digital, definitely, like AI, there are lots of instruments right now at the moment. Open source, paid ones, many, like I would say hundreds of them. So you can experiment even with that. You can take your data, you can upload it into the model, AI model. You can come up with something. You can suggest. You can implement that into your workflow process, and that can bring value, real value. Value what costs not just money, but brings completely new process. Yeah, speaking about sustainability, I can tell like things about smart grids. That's more about the electricity, etc. I'm not going to dig more into that, but definitely there is an ESG agenda, the SDG agenda. That's all also around, and that's all what innovation, digital and sustainability all together can shape in new manner. Yeah, so this is kind of the idea over here. And you have lots of advantages. I mean, not just you like a young professional, not like just the one who has lots of energy, but you got a great base in Nigeria. I mean, even from my experience, I see that universities around the country are very active in terms of gaining something more, new technologies, new experience, new training. So just use that. Be a leader of that. You have entrepreneurial and innovative mindset. This is what can help you with that goal. So just use that and move into your best future again, right? And that may sound a bit silly, probably funny, but you actually don't need permission from anyone. Just go ahead and start. So everything, I mean, what I mean by that, everything is in your hands, right? So action plan is very important part. Upskill yourself. By upskill, I mean whatever, new knowledge, new instruments. By instruments, I mean knowledge as well, or something else, right? So just upskill, learn. Network. I believe that the events like this is a network. So is something where you improve your network. So attend such events, go in person, go online, whatever is possible, and learn something new. Learn from the leaders from the sector. Learn from people around you. Filter it out, definitely. Take the most important part out of that and shape your future. Start something new. Learn, build, lead. This is basically a paraphrase of what I just said. So you learn something based on that. You build something and then you lead what you just built, right? It's, again, it sounds kind of easy, but at the same time, it may be even easy if your passion is enough, if you're patient enough. So just go ahead and do. I would suggest is just, since the slide is called action plan, just come up with a 12-month plan for yourself. What you're gonna do for that year. Even if you're just in university, or you just fresh graduate, or you just joined the company, come up with a proper, clear 12-month plan of improving yourself, because that will help you with everything. That will help you to improve your company, your university, people around you, everything, because our audience, our friends even, it all influences us. So once you reach your goal, it will influence your surrounding even. So that's very important part. Lots of people wait, even most people wait, but winners start. So that's also sounds kind of motto, but I believe that's a great words. I think, yeah, I just tried to be short and sweet. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you for attention. And you see, energy future starts with you, and you are the ones who build the future. Thank you very much for listening, and I'm ready for questions. Guys, I'm all yours. So just need to hear anything. I'm not sure if I'm even online yet. Please confirm someone that you hear me still.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's next, but yeah, I hope that presentation was somehow insightful for you, and you will take some notes and even some action items for yourself. That would be, not just great for you, but great for me. That I could take some part in your future development, your future and future of the country. So once again, thank you very much for the opportunity. Yeah, I pass over to the host of the event. Yeah, would be glad to hear feedback. Thanks. Yes, please, Dira Kanli, right? I can see that you have a question. Yes, please go ahead. I believe moderator is having some issues probably with the presentation or something, because I can't hear anyone. Yeah, guys, once again, I can see that you have a question. Please go ahead and ask. I'm here. It's in the chat, right? Just a second. So for a person towards a career path in project management, what are the necessary skills he should be looking at that are current? Look, if I get it right, so then correct me if I'm wrong. So from my perspective, and I've been in project management myself for a while as well. So project management, from my perspective, doesn't really depend on the industry, So it has very clear stages. It has very very clear parts inside. So I would suggest you just learn the project management itself, but at the same time, I would emphasize that project management is an additional skills. So which is great to combine with something. So you go and you become a professional, for instance, in, I don't know, like whatever, like a refinery process, production, I don't know, medicine, whatever, right? And then you apply your additional skills. What could be a project management? So that brings added value to yourself, that brings added value to the company you work for, and that brings added value to the industry. So there are many techniques of project management, but all of them are more or less equal to each other. So be able to define the clear goals, be able to define the milestones, be able to manage that milestones, be able to understand what resources you need for every single milestone. By resources, I mean like people, any instruments you could have, etc. Definitely the expenses, etc. Right, and definitely the timeline is a very important part. So the time frame of every project is an important part. For instance, if you speak about R&D, that's a very complicated part because R&D has different ways usually. Negative result is R&D is also a result, and you can change the path inside the project sometimes, or even you have to change the path inside the project, the route, and that may expand the time frame. So in that regard, you need to understand the risks from the beginning, where you can face that risk, what that risks could lead to, etc. So, I mean, project management is a big theory, and I can speak about that a lot, but I believe I tried to answer in a nutshell. Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Yes, please, dear Deborah.
Good afternoon, Mr. Maksim. Thank you so much for the insightful session. So I have a question. I think the world now is moving into renewable energy, and I feel Nigeria, like most of us, are still on the fossil fuel side. So how do we, as young professionals, come into this industry, change that narrative, and help the African space move into renewable energy fully?
Yeah, thank you very much for the question, Deborah. Can you please just summarize the question itself? So I got the part that we're moving into the new sustainable energy. And what was the question? I'm sorry, I couldn't catch it.
Okay, we as young professionals, how can we help the industry space in Africa to move from fossil fuel to renewable energy?
Yeah. So, okay. First of all, from my perspective, and I will be delivering like my own thoughts about that, right? So don't take it as a last argument, but just my thoughts. So I believe Africa as a country and as a leader in the entire continent in energy, right? I mean Nigeria, sorry, in Africa. So has lots of potential in conventional oil and gas, I would say. So, and I know there are lots of disputes about that, but you still have lots to do in the conventional part. So, but like I mentioned in my presentation, doing that conventional part, we have to take care about the future. So we have to take care about the sustainable energy, etc. So what I would advise for you, young professionals, for instance, if you are in like petroleum engineering, so you will learn petroleum engineering, and it will be there for a while. So you will be able to apply your knowledge for sure. But that would be great addition to you as a professional if you learn something about the sustainable energy. If you know where it's moving to, if you know what you could add to your skills, to be able to add some value into that as well. I mean, again, I don't know particularly what expertise you are in, but it's pretty much the same for everyone. I mean, wherever you are in, do your part as best as you can, but learn something new. So it applies to everything, right? I mean, again, if we go more broader into the energy, like Africa and Nigeria particularly, you have some complications with the electricity part, right? So there will be some great movements into that. That's for sure. So you can take that and play a role into that. by getting some more courses, by learning more information about that, by trying to understand what the trends are leading to. So I'm not sure if that answers your question. If that doesn't, just go ahead and ask again, but I hope it does.
Yes, I did. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for the question, dear Deborah. Yeah, any other questions? Yeah. So again, I'm not sure who is moderating the session. I'm not sure if Favor is on the call, or I forgot the name of the lady who kicked off the session. Yeah, just let me know what to do, because I believe the next presenter, already here, dear Susan, I believe. Yeah. So just let me know. I'm still here. I'm ready for the questions. Yeah. Just let me know.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello, William.
All right, that was a great presentation. My question is, as a marine engineering student or even a petroleum engineering student, can I consider sales as a topic to study, even though I'm not going to be a full-time, or I'm not moving into the business field? Please, did you get that? Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello.
I'm here. So again, that's very, very, very poor connection, I believe. Difficult to catch what you're saying. But what I got is you're a petroleum engineer, right? And
Yes,
you
sir.
would like to get some business experience. Is that correct?
No, sir. I'm saying that. Sorry. I'm saying that if you are a petroleum engineering student, can you consider sales as a subject to study, even though you are not going to be a business person?
Sales, you mean?
Yes, sir. Sales.
Okay, why not? Yeah, definitely. So that's a great question. Thank you very much, William. I think I will answer with an example. A company what I worked for 15 years. It's an international oil and gas services company, and the best performers in sales were the ones who moved from technical part, who moved from petroleum engineering, who moved from, I don't know, interpretation or whatever, because they understand the subject matter, So in simple words, to answer your question, definitely yes. Absolutely. But I would say that sales require, some particular profile from a person. So, I mean, if you don't really like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes people just don't like, too much interaction with the others. So sales, I believe, is all about interaction. So just assess yourself. If you're ready to do that, there is nothing bad in that. It's just even better for you if you adapt some, additional skills. Yeah, thank you very much for the question. That's a good one.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, any other? Don't hesitate, guys. Yeah, just ask whatever you want to ask. Yeah. Hello, Susan. You connected, right?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, that's very nice to see you. I mean, we never met before, but that's the first time. So I believe you are the next speaker, right?
I'm ready to present.
That's great because I mean I'm just playing the role of moderator because I don't see anyone doing that. So just I'm ready to pass over. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your presentation. I really enjoyed it, and I'll be
Yeah,
happy
thank you.
to start sharing my presentation.
Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you very much.
Let's see, I think someone needs to give me sharing rights. Let's see if this works.